We got fog and we got fire. Is the fog really fog? Were the fires man-made so they can build a smart city? Forget everything you think you know. We're going to cover it in detail. We got 44 active volcanoes, one of which sits on the coast of the U.S. California, Oregon, Washington. We got planet alignments. We got the Day of Atonement. We have Judgment for the nations. Welcome to 2025.
We are lost, but we are not forgotten. The Most High God has made us a promise that He will gather us, His scattered people. Hear, Israel. Malachi 3:6. For I am the Lord, I change not. The Lord our God is one. So we will stay awake and we will watch until Israel's restored.
Shalom Israel. 2025, the time of the Gentiles. It's been the time of the Gentiles, but each year, just like my father said, gets worse. We're not even a month in, and we got mysterious fog, we got fires, we got volcanoes, we got the planets aligning, we got the Day of Atonement, and all of these things correlate. They string together more closely than you think, and we're going to get into that. Let's start with the fog. So you have this mysterious fog that's spreading globally. It's filled with strange particles, it's filled with smoke, and it's making people sick. Now when I heard about this story, I instantly knew that this was smoke and ashes from hell. Oh, here we go, another conspiracy theory, another conspiracy nut. No, it's proven, and we're going to show the video. But I don't make conspiracies. I believe in the Most High God and His revelations, and they come to pass. I accept reality. I don't go into denial. You go to sleep until you feel that heat and that fire wakes your ass up. But then it's too late to believe then. It's too late to submit then. See the reality now. But let's get into the proof.
Looking at the atmospheric data, the sulfur dioxide levels in our current fog are already concerning. The wind has carried the sulfur dioxide from the volcanoes to Europe and the US, and it's already mixing with the fog. Those people who reported strange smells weren't imagining things. The air quality maps and sulfur dioxide readings revealed the truth. The fog is poisonous. So why isn't mainstream media reporting this as a threat? Why aren't they informing people that the fog is covering way more territory than normal, and that at the same time, it's poisonous?
There you have it, folks. Sulfur dioxide. There's your smoke. Sulfur dioxide. It is a colorless gas with a pungent smell that is responsible for the odor of burnt matches. The smoke, after you blow out that match. Smoke. And there's your weird smell. It's nothing but smoke in the air. And where's the smoke coming from? The volcanoes that we're going to talk about later in the video. The smoke that go ahead and rises up into the atmosphere. And then you got the smoke raining down from heaven. Yeah, bruh. That's what you got. The lake of fire getting ready to consume. Where do you think the lava is coming from? But let's get into scriptures. Let's start with Isaiah 30 verse 33. For the prophet is ordained of old, yea, for the king it is prepared. He hath made it deep and large. The pile thereof is fire and much wood. The breath of the Lord like a stream of brimstone doth kindle it. The breath of the Lord is being compared to a stream of brimstone. So what is brimstone? Brimstone is another term for sulfur. Sulfur evokes the acrid odor of sulfur dioxide given off by lightning strikes. So there you have sulfur and sulfur dioxide again. So you have this smoke, sulfur dioxide, and that is what the breath of the Lord is being compared to. Sulfur dioxide. The time is here. I would say the time is near, but the time is here. Judgment is here. But let's go further into scripture. Joel 2 verse 30. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. So part of the signs that the Most High God is giving you, signs of the time, is smoke. So yes, that's smoke. Are you going to believe in the Most High God of Israel, or are you going to write it off as a conspiracy? No, it's just a fog. The fog is making us sick. I think the government sprayed some chemicals in it, and this is why we're getting sick. No, how about there is the Most High God of Israel, and he warned you aforetime that he was going to show wonders of blood and fire and pillars of smoke. These are the signs of the times. But instead of believing, instead of having faith unseen, you want to go with the news. You want to go with science. No, it's not smoke. It's just fog. We want to give as much power as we can to people. Government is doing all this. The sun is not real. The moon is not real. Project Bluebeam, they don't exist. They put a huge magnifier up in space, and come on, wake up. Stop giving so much power to people. Especially if you Hebrew, you need to be believing in the Most High God of Israel. The fuck you doing freaking believing in the oppressor? Stupid. I'm gonna call it like it is, you stupid. Ain't gonna find yourself in hell. And then we're gonna get into even more scriptures, because I love to back up things with the scriptures, because then it tests your faith. It tests your belief. You're gonna believe in the Most High God of Israel, or are you gonna believe in the media? But before that, let me ask you a question. Why are you not subscribed? What? Are you stopping the important video to ask why are you not subscribed? Well, the thing is, we need to go ahead and try to make this reach as many people as possible. You want to work together, you want to help and aid and assist the truth. Then how YouTube's algorithm works, you got to subscribe. You got to comment. You got to put on a notification. I'm doing the work to try to reach the world. You help. And then you can share in the blessing. It's free. Just click the button. It's not hard. Go ahead, click the button. You could be stubborn, or you can look out for the rest of Israel, people who haven't heard the message yet. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Revelations. Oh, he's reading Revelations. It's New Testament. Yes, New Testament. But we go by the truth in the New Testament. We don't just throw out the New Testament. How I believe, how my father believed, we don't reject Jesus, the man of Nazareth. We reject Christ crucified. Oh, look, he's God in the flesh, and he's God's son, and he got crucified to the cross. That's what we reject. Jesus was a messenger. Jesus was a prophet of the Most High God of Israel. We accept Jesus, the man of Nazareth. Just don't accept the lie. Revelation 9:17 through 18. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. So you have smoke, you got brimstone, you got fire. Sulfur dioxide, fire. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. So expect people to die from the smoke. Expect people to die from the fire, of course. And expect brimstone to be rained down, that sulfur, that lava to rain down from the heavens. So it's no wonder why there's so many respiratory illnesses popping up. You're breathing in smoke. That's going to affect you. That's going to poison you. Sulfur dioxide is poisonous, duh. It's going to affect you and eventually kill you, especially if these volcanoes go off, or should I say, when they go off. Moving quite along. Exodus 19 verse 18. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke. because the Lord descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked greatly. So you have the breath of the Most High God being compared to sulfur dioxide, brimstone, smoke. And you have this verse that's comparing when the Most High God descended upon the Mount Sinai, then he descended as fire, and there was a great smoke. So when the Most High God is near, then you have fire and smoke. And then what do you have today? Fire and smoke. The Most High God is here to judge. It's not that he ever left. He's everywhere. He's always present. But it's signs. And the final verse before we end this video, because people have short attention spans. It's getting too long. So then there has to be a part 2, 3, 4, so you can watch it whenever you feel like watching it without having to go through, 30, 40, 50 minutes of a video. So this again is from the New Testament. So if you consider yourself Old Testament only, he's reading New Testament, I disregard everything. No. Pay attention to the Old Testament verses I read then. It's still valid. It's all supporting. Don't throw away part of it because you want to go back to sleep just because, I don't agree with this part. You don't have to believe in this part. There's enough evidence from the Old Testament to the New Testament, which is all just scriptures, to show that what the Most High God of Israel said was going to come to pass is coming to pass. It's happening right now before your very eyes. And your soul knows it. When you see it, your soul is like, something is not right about this. See, if it was man-made, you wouldn't feel that way. But when it's something high above, then your soul knows, your soul goes into a panic. Luke 17 verse 29, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Fire and brimstone, that fire and that lava, smoke, it gotta be smoky. You got fire, you got lava, it's smoke. You got that sulfur dioxide. So the end days shall be like the times of Noah and the times of Lot. So here you got the times of Lot. Sodom and Gomorrah. You see it today. So then they get the same results. Fire and brimstone. Fire, lava, smoke. Fire, lava, smoke. Fire, lava, smoke. Anyways, like I said, we're going to go ahead and clip the video right here. And then you can go ahead and watch the next one. Or if your brain needs some time to take it all in, or you got this or that to do, then you can come back and watch part 2. Shalom.